Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Liam from Pushsquare here to tell you all about the games included as part of your PlayStation Plus subscription for November 2021. How are we at November already? November is a bumper month for PlayStation Plus subs, with Sony giving away 6 games instead of the usual 3. The 3 bonus games available this month are all VR titles, presumably to ensure that subscribers have a healthy library of virtual reality goodies when the PSVR 2 headset launches at some point in 2022. Anyway, enough of that. Your 6 games this month are First Class Trouble and Knockout City for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, Kingdoms of Amalur: ReReckoning for PlayStation 4, and The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, Until You Fall and The Persistence. So, starting with cross-gen games, First Class Trouble is basically a more complex version of Among Us. A group of players are divided into 2 groups, residents and personoids. Residents must attempt to avert a disaster, while personoids must try and kill the residents without ever being caught by other players. Set aboard a 1920s inspired Art Deco spaceship, personoids can murder their pals in a number of gruesome ways, similar to IO's Hitman series of games. This looks like it could be a good laugh with a group of mates. It launched on Steam earlier this year to generally positive reviews. Next up, we have Knockout City. Knockout City is a multiplayer dodgeball game where 2 teams of 3 attempt to defeat their opponents by catching them off guard before launching deadly dodgeballs at their faces. We had a ton of fun with this game when it launched earlier this year, awarding it a 9 out of 10. Praising its deep gameplay, fun multiplayer and great presentation. However, it's not entirely surprising to see this come to PlayStation Plus a mere 6 months after its original launch, with player numbers quickly dwindling following its initial release. Still, this is a superb multiplayer game you really should check out. Over on PlayStation 4, we have Kingdoms of Amalur: ReReckoning. This remaster of the cult classic PlayStation 3 action RPG was tepidly received upon its launch last year. However, a recent 4K patch for PlayStation 5 players may help sweeten an otherwise rough experience. In our review, we awarded it a 6 out of 10. Although we enjoyed its brilliant combat and great character progression systems, bugs and an overall feeling of jank prevented us from giving it anything higher. Moving on to PlayStation VR games, this first title is an absolute cracker. The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners is a VR masterclass that was praised by the majority of critics upon its release in January 2020. Trapped in the ruins of New Orleans, your goal is to scavenge for materials to survive against hordes of ferocious walkers, aka The Walking Dead's dumb name for zombies. Beware though, this is a brutally tough game, and one that's held back slightly by the current PlayStation VR headset's aging tech. Still, it's absolutely worth checking out. Next up, also on PlayStation VR, we have The Persistence. Now, this was one of the earliest PlayStation VR titles to be released for the headset. It is a roguelike where you're trapped on a space station and you have to scavenge materials and survive against horrific creatures. Upon its initial release, we gave it a 7 out of 10. We said that The Persistence cleverly blends Dead Space-esque outer space sci-fi scares with the addictive arcade loop of roguelites like Rogue Legacy, resulting in a PlayStation VR campaign that's both gut-wrenching and weirdly replayable. Sounds good to me. And finally, we have Until You Fall. Until You Fall is a pretty well-regarded VR experience that sort of blends the physicality of virtual reality rhythm action titles like Beat Saber with a high fantasy roguelite. You've got to use various weapons to defeat enemies as you progress through a very colourful, neon-soaked landscape. Remember, even if you don't have a PlayStation VR headset, it's absolutely worth claiming these titles just in case you pick up that elusive PlayStation VR 2 headset when it launches at some point, hopefully in 2022. Knockout City, First Class Trouble and Kingdoms of Amalur: ReReckoning will be available to download from Tuesday the 2nd of November until Monday the 6th of December, whereas The Persistence, The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners and Until You Fall will be available to download from Tuesday the 2nd of November until Monday, January 3rd. Oh, those are around for quite a while. You've got quite a long time to get those claimed. This means that you have until Monday the 1st of November to download last month's PlayStation Plus games. These were Hell Let Loose on PlayStation 5 and PGA Tour 2K21 and Mortal Kombat X on PlayStation 4. So there we have it, your slightly delayed PlayStation Plus lineup. What do you think of this month's selections? I think it's pretty stellar, to be honest. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider giving it a like and make sure to subscribe to Push Square for everything PlayStation. I've been Liam, and I'll see you next time.